Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to this trio of Warcry battle reports. We got Duncan here again. If you haven't gotten used to Duncan yet, well, keep getting used to him because he is here for a couple more weeks, which is awesome. Been filming lots of games. Just played an Apocalypse game with Dave yesterday. Don't know if that's already gone out. Whatever. The order is not the order that we film it. We're going to be filming 3 Warcry battle reports for you today. The first one is available here on YouTube, absolutely free. And then there's going to be 2 more for our awesome MiniWarGaming Vault members. I say awesome because they are the sole reason that we are able to run this business.
So that means I'm awesome.
You are awesome, but you're double awesome because you're also all the way here helping us to film for you.
And Matt, you're awesome too.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, everyone, hey, we're all awesome.
We're all awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe you're quadruple awesome because you're awesome for filming, but you're filming it for yourself so that you can afford to then, I don't know, whatever. It's all great. 3 Warcry battle reports. The first one is going to be Legions of Nagash versus Bonesplitterz. That's right, we're trying out the Legions, or sorry, the warbands that are not the Chaos warbands. That's what you're going to be seeing mainly today. I don't know, maybe one of us will decide that we want to do one of the Chaos ones, but right now the plan is just to switch it up for the 3 games, try out these new data cards. So it's not our first time playing Warcry, but it's definitely our first time playing with these lists and these armies, and so hopefully we won't make any rules mistakes, but if we do, please point them out to us, preferably with a timestamp and a page number or some sort of reference to
where it's on the card.
Yeah, anything to help us locate it faster so that we can make sure we don't make that next time, and also to make sure that kind of forces you to look it up too, because maybe you got it wrong. So, Legions of Nagash versus Bonesplitterz. And of course, if you'd like to come in and challenge us to a game, we'd love to have you. Go to miniwargaming.com/challenge. Make sure you follow us on facebook.com/miniwargaming because that's where we post all our news of new events and new content and everything else. Let's take a look at the warbands. On this side, we have my Bonesplitterz. Now, one fun thing that I had to learn about Bonesplitterz is it's hard to tell the difference between a Moorboy and a regular Savage Orruk. Turns out that you just have to look for the guys that are holding like a shiv in their one hand. That's essentially it. So we don't have any arrow boys, so the choices that I had were pretty straightforward. We've got a boss, a Savage Orruk boss right there, with a shield and a champa. And we've got the, what is this one called? It's the Banner Bear, the Savage Orruk Moorboy with Bone Totem. Oh, by the way, the boss is a Moorboy as well, because you do have access to 3 different bosses for this one. We've got 5 regular Savage Orruks with their champas and bone shields. And we've got 2 Savage Orruk Moorboys. Then they have their champa and their tooth shiv. And so basically the way that they work is these guys have a better toughness because of the shield, but these guys hit much harder. They have a better strength. And so they're my heavy hitters, but they die a little easier. But nothing in this list dies super easy because even the regular guys have 15 wounds, which is pretty high for your line troops. On Duncan's side, it's going to take him a long time to explain all of the intricacy of his list. Go ahead, try to keep it down to 15 minutes or less.
Well, there is the intricacy of what I left out. This is the Necromancer, who can do things like bring skeletons back and make them do extra attacks. And these are the skeletons. These are called Skeleton Warriors with Ancient Spears. This annoys me, I'm a writer. I think it should be Skeletal Warriors. Because that's 2 nouns, so I think there should be a dash between skeleton and warrior, because then that's a composite noun. Anyway, moving on. That's almost just slightly shy of 1,000 points. You're allowed a maximum of 15 bodies in your warband. In case you're wondering, I haven't included a skeletal warrior with ancient blade, even though he gains an extra attack, because according to my math hammer, he only actually does 20% more damage, and I'd rather have the flexibility that they all have 2-inch range. Yeah, there we go.
Pretty straightforward. Now you do have access in the Legions of Nagash to Graveguard as well, but they're much more expensive, and Duncan wanted to try what would a list look like with the maximum number of models, which I think, according to what I've read so far, only Legions of Nagash can really pull off, because most of the other troops are more than, because these are 55 points a troop.
So I wonder how much advantage this gives me in the action economy.
We'll see, because they are only 8 wounds each, toughness 3. Oh, are they tough?
Yeah.
Oh, they're toughness 4 because they have the shield, so they're actually pretty resilient.
Only 8 wounds.
Right, but still, toughness 4 makes them more resilient. We're going to be playing on this beautiful little board. The mat is actually one of the Games Workshop Warcry mats. We're still kind of having fun using those. Terrain here, mostly custom built by Greenleaf Terrain. So we're going to split up our lists and then go straight for the scenarios. First things first, we roll for priority, and I win that. And what that does is we then split up our forces into the hammer, shield, and dagger, which will matter. We don't know what the scenario is going to be until we split them up, so we've got to do it carefully. But I get to see what he decides to do.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Before he sees what I decide to do. So left to right is dagger, shield, and hammer. Pretty straightforward. You can see the necromancers in the middle with the majority of skeletons to keep them alive.
I would normally split them exactly now that I know the game. The only reason I've done this is the necromancer can do things to 6 skeletons at once.
And also because he's your most important guy. You lose him. If you leave him too unprotected, then that's a big deal. Dagger, shield, and hammer for me. My dagger is just 3 of the savage orcs. My hammer is a mixture of my boss, a savage orc, and a moor boy. And same thing over here, except with the totem guy with the bone. Yeah, bone totem. Moor boy, not boar boy. Moor boy. And we're going to be drawing our random missions. So raise. So the victory conditions. Whoever won priority, each player picks a different battlefield edge to be their territory. Any fighter that finishes a move action within an inch of the enemy warband's territory can enter it. Remove them, but they're not counted as being taken down. After 4 battle rounds, whoever gets the most. So you definitely have an advantage there with lots of little guys, but you're also very slow, so
yeah,
we'll see. Our twist.
Dead of night.
Doesn't matter to us. No ability or attack action can be used to target an enemy fighter more than 3 inches away.
Oh, enemy fighter.
Yeah, you can still do your own.
Yeah.
So that one has no... And massacre. Uh-oh, this is an unbalanced one. Interesting. But I have priority, so I'm going to get to choose who's who.
Yeah, so you can think about how to use your territory in combination with this card.
Yes, definitely. So this is a hard choice for me because you actually, if we do the order perfectly, I have to choose, because I have priority, I get to choose which deployment I get, the blue or the red. And I do that before we start picking the battlefield edges that are the enemies. So like, no matter what I pick, Duncan can look at that and be like, okay, well, a lot of my guys are going to show up here. Now I get to choose the first battlefield edge that's important. But
so you could pick the one I'm on and block me from picking that one.
Or I can just pick. Oh no, because I can't just pick them and then run away because you got more guys. So I gotta kill you. Ugh, this is
beautiful. I love.
Yeah, because you have more. This is otherwise. If it was you that was going to choose this, it's almost an auto win if you had priority because you would just be blue and you would choose this side as your side, and then first turn. You would literally have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys leave the table.
And I have auto one because I've already worked out. I may. I don't know what Matt thinks about this. I'm thinking, as long as I get 10 of my guys over, I auto win because you've got 9 guys.
Exactly. So, well, I'm going to have to choose to be blue because otherwise it is an auto win for you. Okay, correction here. I'm getting a little backwards. It felt a little weird. Now I realize why. You don't choose your enemy's territory. You choose your own territory. And your enemy has to try to get off of that one. And so, it's not as easy as that. You can see, he's going to deploy most of his guys there, and so this will be it. So this is better than I thought. So I get to choose my territory first, so I will choose this line right here, which makes sense because you have 7 guys deploying there.
Which you didn't have to do because we do deployment first.
No, we deploy first. Yeah, but I know what you're going to be.
Okay, but you can redact that later if you want, just to say.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, we do deploy first, and then we resolve the victory card. So let's deploy first. Deployment was pretty simple. I had to deploy my dagger 6 inches up within 3 inches, so that was just 3 of the regular Orruk boys, savage orcs, and then I had to deploy my shield, which is my leader, a moor boy, and a regular savage orc, and all that Duncan could deploy was his shield, which is his necromancer and skeletons. And everything else will be showing up round 2 and round 3. So at this point, I can choose my territory, which I think the best choice. I don't know. I think it's going to have to be this edge because either of those other edges, you just literally show up with 4 guys. And you've only got to get 10 guys off. And you're saying 10 guys off to auto win, but I don't think it's going to be that. I think you're not going to need to get 10 guys off. So 4 guys getting off is a big deal.
So which is my edge again?
Well, no, you don't choose your edge.
Which was your edge?
I am thinking maybe yes, 80. Hold on, 80%. 85%. It's loading, okay? Just let it load. Let it load. It's going to space. It's coming back. I think, yeah, I'm going to regret this afterwards. I'm going to see something later on, but yes, this is going to be my battlefield edge. Duncan, what is your battlefield edge?
Does it have to be a different one?
It has to be different than mine. Well, if you put it here, well, I guess, no, that doesn't work that way. But
Well,
you want to read it again? So, each player picks a different battlefield edge to be their warband's territory.
I'm gonna pick this side.
This side.
Yep.
So that's where I have to get off. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's roll for initiative. I've got a triple, a double, and a single.
So I've got initiative.
So you got more than one single? You got 4 singles and 1 double. We each then get a wild die, starting with whoever has initiative. He can play a wild die to turn a single to a double, or a double to a triple, or a triple to a quad, or he can hold on to it for a future round. If you have more than one, you can never use it on the same thing, so I couldn't turn a double to a quad if I had 2. What would you like to do with yours, Duncan?
I'm saving mine.
You're going to save it? Okay. And after much deliberation, I am also going to save my wild die for a future turn. I can't find a good use for it yet. Which means Legions in Nagash have initiative, and they get to activate the first fighter. And your guys only move 3 inches, right?
So I'm going to do move and move.
Woo! I will activate my boss, and he is going to use the triple ability of his own called Wah! And that is when I use that ability. Oh wait, I should move him first. Wait, no, because then he'll get to +6. Hold on a second. Basically, when I use the ability, all of my guys within 6 inches have +6 to their move.
Excuse me.
Are you okay? You all right?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I'm sorry. They add the, not +6, they'll have +4, because I add the value of the ability
that's
to
still
it.
a lot.
It's still a lot. But the thing is, it's only when he does it, so it's not like it moves with him, so it's not like this aura that moves and he can then grab. So, but he's included in that as well. So I could move first, then activate it so they all have it, but then he suffers a bit of his movement, and he's my strongest fighter, and I need to knock down a bunch of your guys as soon as possible. So hold on a second. And I'm going to move first, so now everybody's within 6 inches. Now he'll use that triple ability, Wah, and give them all +4 move, including himself. So that triple goes away. There was a question asked in the comments, if you had a quad, can you use it as 2 doubles? And the answer is no. You can always take a higher one and use it as a lower one, but it uses the entirety of that die. So let's get rid of these singles. So now he gets to move 8 inches. So actually, you know what? I'm going to engage. I was going to move like more than 2 inches away, but then I realized you could just move 2 inches away, and then I'd be forced to move in to attack you anyways. So he's going to move there. Necromancer's going to book it.
Move, then move.
Because your Necromancer moves 6.
I moved 5, so it was a 5, then a 5.
How do you move 5?
I said that wrong. It's a 4, then a 4.
So that was 8 inches.
I may have just...
Were you planning on using your double to give him +1? Is that the thought process?
Do you know what? Insight into the human mind. Because that one had moved 6, it just felt intuitively correct. Oh, I must have done it wrong. It must be 5 because it can move further, but it started further behind.
Yeah,
that was literally what happened in my head.
Okay. I'm going to activate this Savage Orruk. He's going to move 8 inches because he's under the influence of the Wah. And then we're going to swing at this skeleton. We've got 3 attacks. I'm strength 3 versus toughness 4 because you have your shields. I need 5s. So we got 1 damage, and then the crit is 3 damage. So that skeleton just lost half its wounds.
Oh, right. He can move 3 when he disengages.
He has to disengage first.
But anyway, that's what his move is.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I actually don't care about disengages. Although I do, because I do read the comments, and someone said, oh wait, when you disengage, you're not allowed to climb. So I have checked that, and congratulations to whoever spoiled it. But remember page numbers. Yeah. Good spot, you cannot climb. So if we did that in a previous bat rep, that was wrong.
Okay. I'll then activate this Savage Orruk. I'm going to use my other double to give him +1 move, and I've already measured this, which gives him... Oh wait, hold on. I was measuring wrong. I was measuring him as a 6-inch move. Yeah, no worry. He's got an 8-inch move. I'm going to use this instead, which I can do after he moves, but I'm going to use it to give him +1 attack. We're going to try to finish off that skeleton. But he's going to move in such a way as to engage the other one as well. So extra attack here. My attacks only do 1 damage each, but we're looking for 6s as well. I got 4 wounds left, so a 5 and a 6 will kill him, or 2 6s, or 4 5s, or 1 5.
Maths with math.
I don't know why I bother spelling it all out, because then the dice are like, or you can do nothing. Your next skeleton will move.
There.
I'll activate this one to move. And we'll attack. You know, I'm going to move in such a way that it'll be hard to get any of the other guys out.
Good thinking.
Yeah. It's gonna. You still can, like, that guy can disengage first, and then that guy can disengage, but this guy might not be able to disengage.
Yeah.
And so we are going to attack. This is a hard choice because I want to weaken this one before the boss gets him, but the boss theoretically should be able to one-shot him.
Yeah.
But that's rolling just somewhat average on the dice, which I cannot count on. So I will. Yeah, I'll give the whoppity to this one right next to the boss. It's 3 attacks, needing 5s. No, nothing anyways, so it didn't matter.
You may have noticed me saying the phrase, good move, to Matt. If I ever say that in a game, I probably don't mean it. This guy is gonna attack him. I'm gonna use a double to gain 2 attacks, because 1 attack for the first attack, 1 for the second.
Yeah, so plus 1 attack.
Plus 1 attack.
So first attack, you're winning on 5s, and the crit is a 4 damage.
Yeah.
So you just did 4, so I have 11 left, and your second one
8.
is another crit. So you brought him down to 7 wounds. I'm gonna activate my, you know what, I'll just activate this Savage Orruk. He's going to move right here. I know that this is your round 2 deployment spot. Interesting, when we were double checking the rules, when you come in, when you deploy, it does not have a restriction that you cannot deploy within an inch of an enemy. So what I want to do is put my guys in such a way that you are forced to deploy them within an inch of me.
Great.
So we can fight more.
This skeleton is going to attack.
2 attacks, needing 5s. Nothing. Attack again. Nothing. Well, that makes up for the last skeleton doing so well. And then I'm going to have him move. I'm just going to do some measurements to make sure it works. And you've got
attack.
You have 1 last skeleton. Needs 5s. That's 2 damage. I'm down to 5. And 1 more damage, so down to 4. So triple skeleton attack. The first one did really well, and the other 2 were letdowns. Only doing 3 damage between the 2 of them. That is the end of round 1. So State of the Nation is that we've both done some damage to each other. You've done more damage to me. Hopefully positioning-wise, I'm not sure what will happen next. But in round 2, you are going to have reserves coming in there. In round 3, we both are going to have reserves coming in over here. Let's roll for initiative. Initiative. So I've got, oof, I don't like that. I got 4 singles. How many singles do you got?
2, so you got initiative.
I don't like that. I don't want that many singles. But we do have 2 wild dice, because we have the 1 from last round, plus 1 more. I will upgrade my double to a triple, and I'll upgrade one of my singles to a double, possibly losing initiative because of that, but I'm okay with that.
I'm going to upgrade that to a triple.
And you're going to use the other wild die?
No, I'm going to keep that in reserve.
So I will retain initiative then. If you're new to the game, if you had decided, whoever has the most singles has initiative, but then after we do the dice, if he ends up having more singles than me, he seizes the initiative. If he makes it so he has the same number of singles as me, then we have a 50-50 roll-off, basically.
You basically roll off again.
Yeah, so at that, it's just a 50% chance. So he could use a wild to have a 50% chance of taking it. That's a bit of a risk, but it might be worth it in some cases. So we get rid of these singles. We both have a double and a triple. Now we have the reserve phase. So you place all your guys within 3 inches of that thing.
So I'm using this to measure 3 inches. Or indicate where I previously measured it.
Yeah, so it's going to force you to put at least a couple, maybe even 3 of them, and within an inch of my guys.
I think if I put him there, then I can pick anywhere that's...
Has to be as close as possible.
So I'm going to work this out.
Yeah, the closest has to be there. So forced to engage looks like 2 of your guys, maybe 3, but 2 is enough. And now I go. I'm going to start with him because all you need is a single 6 to finish him off, and that's not unlikely, even just with 2 dice, but you can even do 4 dice. So it's actually quite likely that you'll kill him with a single shot. So I'm going to have him, we're going to focus his attacks on this one. We're going to see if we get lucky. Yeah, so I was trying to think if I'm going to use any abilities for this, but he's just going to attack. We need 5s, really looking for 6s though. Oh, we got a 6, that's 3 damage, so you're down to 5. So now I need a 5 and 2 6s? I don't know. 2 5s, so that's 2 more damage. So he's down to 3. Not horrible.
I'm going to attack with this skeleton and spend a double to give him an extra attack.
Who are you attacking? The injured one?
First, I'm going to attack the injured one.
You need 5s. No. You want to try again? 1 damage. Whew, apparently we don't want to kill each other. Is this like a big truce? Next up, we're going to come to this guy who is a Moor boy, and he has a double ability, which I'm going to use, and it's with 6s, right? Because these are 6s. I always got to double check where the symbols are, but Games Workshop has been good in putting them only on the 6s now. And the Tooth Shiv ability is he picks a fighter within an inch. I roll a die. On a 3 or 4, it does 1 damage. On a 5 or 6, it will do 6 damage.
And I've seen lots of your battle reports. I know you love weapons that roll 1.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite. Absolute. Yeah. Really looking for a 5 or 6. Anything else, I don't care. Yay! 6 damage. It was on this one right here, by the way. The one that would try to get away. And he still gets to go. So now he will attack it. He's got 3 attacks at strength 4, and it's 2 damage. So single 4+ will kill him. If I rolled 2 6s, I would have killed him without needing that ability. All right, well, that wouldn't have killed him, so that's yay. So 6 damage to him. First casualty, woo! I know you can just bring him back. And then we will attack the next one that's right next to me. Also needing 4s. So that's 4 damage, because 2 damage each. He's down to 4 wounds.
This one here, did I already attack with this one? I can't remember. I did. I'm going to attack, whichever, it doesn't matter. I'm going to attack with this one.
Same guy that's hurt?
Yeah, the guy that's hurt. I'm redacting, I'm actually attacking with this one.
Need 5s?
I'm attacking the one.
You're attacking the weakened one. He's dead. That's actually 5 damage total. So you got him. And you still have 1 more attack, or another action, I should say.
Yeah, I'm now having a bit of a think. I'm going to move.
So disengage, you mean?
Because I just want to have the targets for your attacks scattered over the board at this point, I think.
Well, we'll do my boss next. Yeah, I'm going to have him do Inspiring Presence with the other triple that I have, which allows me to pick another fighter that has not yet activated, so him. And he'll be able to activate immediately after I finish with my leader. So the leader will start by doing an attack against that skeleton. He's got 4 attacks, strength 4, so I need 4s. He does 3 damage, 6 on crit, so if we see a 1 6 and 1 4+, I got him in 1 shot. Or we could do nothing. That's definitely something that can happen. It's only a 6% chance that would happen, but it happens. Or we can do that and kill him too, because that's 3, 3, 3, 3. That was 12 damage.
Rumbles.
Immediately he will activate. I will move as far over this way as I can, and then attack the injured one. You can do 5s. A single 6 will kill him, or 3 5s. Nah, not 1 5. Injured skeleton will activate. He can't disengage. He has nowhere to move. So obviously you're doing an attack.
I don't believe.
Yeah, not much of a choice here. So 2 attacks. He won't be able to one-shot me. So 1 damage, and then again, 1 more damage. So he is down to 13 wounds. And then last for me, I have this Savage Orc who will try to finish off that hurt skeleton. Needs 5s, or nothing. Now I need a 5 and a 6 to kill him. Oh, or 5 and 2 6s. Yeah, that was lots of damage. That would be 3, 3, and 1, so 7 damage. Next up,
this skeleton is going to attack.
Needing 5s, because I have a shield. That's 1 damage.
Come on, come on, come on.
Ooh,
Yay.
and that's 4 damage. Brings him down to 8 wounds. And then he will activate and attack the injured one. Needing 5s, a single 6 will kill him. There we go. Whoa, goodness. Could have saved that one for the uninjured ones, and then I will immediately just, yeah, because I can't move closer. I'd have to disengage away. So I'm just going to attack the next one. Needing 5s. Well, this is 6, 3 damage. I'm happy with his performance there. Lots of damage. Next skeleton, attacking my Orruk. Need 5s. Double 6 will kill me, too.
Come on.
Ooh, it is 6. I'm down to 4 wounds. You want to try it again?
I do, definitely.
Another 6 and I'm dead.
No, I needed 1. Because I got special ability to finish him off.
What's your special ability to finish him off? How does it work?
Oh, or I just use Witchfire or the club. I'm fine.
Oh, I see. Your Necromancer.
I've just realised I think I'm fine. My Necromancer is going to use his first action to do a ranged, just a normal attack.
A club.
With the
or
club.
A staff, sorry, a staff, which has a 2-inch reach. So you just need 4s. A single 6 will kill him. That's 2 wounds.
Oh.
I'm down to 2. So down to 2. What is your second action? You're not engaged right now, because you're more than an inch away. You want to try to finish him off?
Yeah.
Need 2 more 4s or a single 6.
I'm just saying I will use an ability in a minute as well.
Oh, he's got 1 wound left. So close.
Yeah.
I got 1 wound left. Whew. I'm alive.
I have a really interesting dilemma here because I was going to use this to resurrect because it seems like a no-brainer to resurrect one skeleton every turn.
So
however,
the way that works though is when he resurrects it, it has the number of wounds equal to the value. So this one will have a 3-wound skeleton come back. Just in case you're thinking, oh, he gets 8-wound skeletons back. That's not the case.
However, I can use this as a necrotic siphon, which will immediately take 3 damage off him.
Nice. So
Now,
you just choose and just automatic.
In terms of victory points, I'm denying you a victory point or gaining a victory point. I think it's a wash, and I'd rather you had 1 less miniature on the board.
Less actions, less attacks.
Yeah. So,
is it automatic 3?
Yeah.
So it removes. So it does damage to me equal to the value and heals you, but you're at full already.
Damage, so.
You still have 2 more.
These are the 2 I managed to put on that weren't within an inch. So
yes. They're in range to fight, but they can also just take off. So first skeleton's going to try to hurt my Moor boy. Going to do both attacks at the same time because one can't kill him. You only need 4s though. 1 damage.
And the other one's going to attack as well.
So double attack. Going to commit to it. Oh, yeah. And that is the end of the round. Yeah, that's the end of the round. We've all activated. You've killed 2 of my guys. I've killed 4 of yours. So, model for model, we've killed about the same. Positioning-wise is interesting. It's you've freed up some of your guys to run forward, but by run, they're pretty slow, but there's probably some ways to get them to move faster according to what we roll for initiative. So in round 3, we're going to roll for initiative, and then we both have reinforcements coming, but you have reinforcements coming right here.
Yeah, this is a bit of a gift to me.
Yeah, so you can just walk them over there, whereas my reinforcements are showing up on the opposite side of the table.
Which is, I'm sure you guessed that's why I picked that side.
Of course, it makes sense. So let's roll for initiative. I've got 2 singles and 2 doubles. What do you got?
I've got
4 singles.
I've got initiative.
You've got initiative.
And I've got 2 wild dice.
And I have 1. So you are going to turn this into a triple and then save your other one?
Yeah.
And I'm going to use mine to turn another single into a double. So I'll have 3 doubles. So you'll have 1 triple, and I'll have 3 doubles. Then we have our reserves come in. You're going to have 4 guys pretty much able just to walk off the table.
Which is basically what they're going to do.
And I think that'll win you the game, to be honest. Because I've only got 4 guys over here, and the rest are going to be set up in that corner as you're about to see. Yeah, I've got my 3 in this corner right here.
I'm going to move over here.
So disengage, then move.
If you're watching and you're thinking that I should be moving my necromancer for tactical reasons, I kind of agree, and maybe I'll chat about it at the end.
Yeah, it's hard to say because right now you've got 4 guys that I have no way to stop getting off. And I think at most I can get 4 guys off.
And the thing is, I think my let's talk about it now. I think my necromancer actually represents 3 guys because he can summon this turn, probably can summon next turn. So if I just leg him over there, I've already got 7 off.
Yeah. I honestly
but I've decided just to hold the necromancer back.
Yeah, I don't think there's a choice or a chance for me to win this game. But we'll play this round, and after that we'll know. It'll be quite obvious after this round. I'm going to activate my totem guy. I'm going to just use the universal ability Rush to give him +1 move. And he's going to move. Like so. Oops, let's be very careful with this. Essentially, I'm trying to cut him off from being able to disengage that way.
So your intention is I can't fit through there, so
right.
that's fine.
Yeah.
He can't fit through there.
Boom, and then stay within an inch of the necromancer too to slow him down.
Okay.
That's his activation.
So Matt agrees, because Matt has seen the same thing, I'm going to run the necromancer because I think he's so important. And he's going to do an ability.
Which is to resurrect
a skeleton with 6 wounds.
So you place that skeleton. Basically, the way it's an interesting worded rule because it has some implications. It says you choose a taken down fighter, place him within 3 inches, heal him, the value, and then he's no longer taken down. And that's an important distinction because if he was taken down this turn, then that would imply he's already activated and cannot activate again. So I'm curious if there's an FAQ that clarifies whether that can activate again no matter what. Because it basically makes a difference right here. We can actually stop the game because that's an auto win.
I think we should carry on anyway.
We'll finish this round,
yeah.
But I think I'll be conceding after this round. Let's see if I can punch you in. Well, there's really no point continuing. I'm going to kill a couple more skeletons.
My gut feeling is if you get really lucky with some of the fights here.
Let's say I kill them all.
Yeah.
These 5 guys get off this turn. And there's no way for me to get these guys off the table.
Yeah, okay.
So the only way that it would have been possible is if
because I was in my head I was thinking you'd war and war, but actually it's not that easy.
The wah is over here. I need a triple, which I could have gotten, but I knew that it wasn't going to help me. I could have got a 666 and given them all +6. What would have helped is if my boss was part of that squad, because then I could use the 666 to wah with them, and they could move 20 inches, which means they would all be here, and next round they'd all be able to get off. And that could have helped me break this tie, but it's hard to say. So I'm going to try to kill a couple more skeletons. I have a moral victory here of kill at least 2 more skeletons this round. We'll see. So I'll activate my leader. He is going to walk over to here and swing at the skeleton. Needing 4s. If I get 3 4s or 4 and a 6, I got him. Boo, that works. 12 damage. Then I'm going to use a double ability, which is a Bone Splitter double ability that they all can do, which is charge. I can only use it if there's a visible enemy fighter within 6 inches, which there is, and I get a free move as long as I finish closer to the closest visible enemy. So that'll just be here. I can even go around, it doesn't really matter. And with my second action, I will then attack it.
I just want to say that we are aware of the twist. We read the wording carefully and we think it doesn't affect that ability.
Yeah, the twist says that you cannot target enemies with abilities or attacks that are more than 3 inches away. He doesn't target them. It just says if there is a visible enemy fighter. Now I know, fluff-wise, you hear visible, you're like, well, it's dead of night, so you're not visible. But it doesn't say that all enemies are not visible.
There's such tightly written rules now that we can actually go rules as written.
Yeah, fluff-wise, like fun narrative-wise, I'd say, yeah, you're right. You can't see it, so you can't charge it.
I'm still okay with it fluff-wise.
Yeah, it works either way. In this case, you don't want to have that intricate rules, because then it creates weird rules interactions, and people will get things more wrong. I kill him. Wow. Just needed a single 4+ to do 3 damage, and I got him. So look at that. Leader you just killed 2 like that. Good. Another skeletal warrior is going to move. You're fine. I just move again. You got the little widget there. They move 3 inches, which is pretty perfect. You're good. I'm going to activate my Moor Boy, use my other double, and my last double, to give him the charge as well. So got a little bit difficulty with the terrain here, so I'm just going to kind of shove him in right there. My intent is to engage both these guys, but the scenery is kind of getting in my way. And I will swing first at the first guy. 3 attacks, strength 4, so I need 4s. That is 2, 2, and 4. He one-shotted him. Wow. Woo! Let's try that again. Do the other one. Yeah, so just a reminder if you're thinking, hey, you already moved. He didn't move. Well, he did move, but it was a bonus move through the double, or through the charge action.
Because of the ability.
Yeah, so he's going to attack the other one and not kill it, but he'll do 4 damage to it. Nothing to sneeze at.
I'm going to run to there. I might retract this because I just want some glory, maybe. What would I get with a... I'm going to go for glory.
Going to go for the quadruple 6s?
Quadruple 6s.
You can do it! You know, the odds are...
No, it's not going to happen.
Yep, he did 1 damage. Woo! It's down to 14. I'm going to activate this guy. He's just going to move next to the other skeleton and then attack him. Not likely to kill him, but we'll try. I need a 6 and a 5. Wow, okay. Wow. Well, you know what? You might win this game, but I get the fun of knocking out.
Death always wins.
Yes, right. All you've got left of these 5 guys.
Have you finished yours yet?
I haven't, but they're not going to catch them. So if you want to just move them all off the table, you're more than welcome to.
Okay, there we go.
Activate, 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 activate. 5 guys get off. And we're just going to move.
Oh, glory moves.
Well, they don't have any.
Yeah.
They have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
We're going to move over here with this guy. So I've lost the game no matter what. So we are going to play round 4. Because I'm going to try to catch your Necromancer. So if you win initiative, it's done. Because you just run them off. Okay? Win initiative, and you get to kill my moral victory as well as my regular victory. Ooh, you only got 2 singles. Oh, we got a triple and a double. So you got initiative. What are you going to do with your 2 dice?
I'm going to make a triple, and I'm going to consolidate the initiative.
Well, then you win.
Oh. Well, yeah.
You win. Good job. Yeah, because you just move the Necromancer off the table and you win. Otherwise, I would.
Well, I was going to move him off, move him 1, then make another skeleton, then move him off.
Right, of course. Just to get in my way.
Get more points.
Yeah, of course. I get it. So yeah, that'll be it then. Unless you're going to decide not to move your Necromancer first, in which case I could.
Necromancer's going to move.
Yeah, and if you didn't, I would have some pretty nasty abilities. Like I would have probably turned out to a quad and gone right after him. Although honestly, with the Bonesplitterz, having lots of doubles is really nice too, because each of them get a free move if they're close enough to the enemy.
And this is an action economy game.
Yeah.
That seems very powerful.
Yeah,
in fact, it has been powerful.
Yeah, like you won. But if you really look at it, it's like scenario-wise, I can get 2 guys off. So you've won 5 to 2. we'd play this last round, you'd actually get a couple more off, and I'd kill the rest. But I still managed to butcher your army. So that gives me a good feeling there, because in the other games where you won, I didn't even kill, I hardly killed anything, and you won. So this one you won, but I still killed you. So it lets me see what the Bonesplitterz are capable of. Yeah. And they can really pull their weight. So I'm quite happy with them. Yeah. It was still a fun game, even though I realized pretty much turn 2 that my chances of winning were next to nothing. Now, I should point out, in match play, they do say you should remove every card from the deck that does not have this symbol. This symbol is a symmetry symbol, which means that you only will have cards where, like, the deployment will be symmetrical, for example. And so if the deployment is symmetrical, that means both sides have the same advantages when it comes to choosing everything else.
So some of the deployment cards also have that symmetry symbol.
Yeah, so you can see that it's the same on both sides. And so we chose not to do that because we wanted the variety, and that does create situations like this. But it could have easily been the opposite, where it just depends.
This situation, because it could still have been, with a symmetrical deployment, I still think I've got a big advantage in this scenario.
But if the scenario that we drew was killing, then you could see that I would have had a serious advantage there. Yeah. Although you would have spent more time attacking me rather than running away, maybe.
I think I would have spent more. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's tough.
I honestly sacrificed bodies because I wanted to prevent you from getting another couple over here.
Yeah, which I could have actually. I had the WA ability.
But that's why I went for those 2 kills early on, because I actually thought if I sacrifice bodies, I know that if there's few enough here, I wanted you to have less than 4.
Exactly, and that's all you had to do, right? And I could have. Which is why I could have sent a guy. I could have sent a guy over here just to hold that line and spread out my guys even more, but there's still the same problem with that action economy, that when your opponent has that many more guys than you. But I like it, the fact that even though you had that action economy and it did allow you to win, that we saw that the Bonesplitterz have some really good ways to be efficient as well. Especially, just alone with that double ability. So you can just rack up the doubles, and all of a sudden, I can get a lot of extra actions because of that. I don't need that quad to get the bonus move and attack. I can just do the bonus moves. The WA ability is also very powerful, adding the value of the ability to the move characteristic of all of the Orruks within 6 inches. That can prove to give me some incredible mobility.
And they're strong and tough.
Yes, yeah. Even if the basic guys are toughness 3, they've all got 15 wounds. You're not taking them down quickly. Not with
and they've got 15 wounds. Yes.
Yeah.
And they're only 90 points.
90 points.
15 wounds for 90 points.
Yeah, 90 points basic. So yeah, I like them. I like the way that they worked. And obviously you found a good army for being able to manipulate the scenario, which is cool. So we're going to play a couple more games. Remember, they're going to be in the MiniWarGaming vault at the links below.
We'll be changing up the armies.
Yeah, we're totally changing them up. We've got access to 4 armies because we don't have the cards for a few of them yet because the store was out of stock.
Plus the ones in the box.
We might do those too. Yeah. I'm not sure. We'll just figure it out. But I promise you I'm not playing Bonesplitterz next game. I'll probably play Gloomspike Gits, but we'll see. We'll see. So let's go to the next game at the link below. If you are not a Vault member, you can click it, get a free 7-day trial to the MiniWarGaming Vault, get instant access to those 2 other Warcry battle reports, as well as thousands of other videos, and help support us so that we can actually do this. Because without our Vault members, we would not exist. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Wargaming.